Her story captivated and shocked a nation. In 2002, a then 14-year-old Elizabeth Smart was kidnapped from her own home. She was held captive for 9 months before finally being rescued.
Now Elizabeth is a married mother of two beautiful children, living a life of happiness and gratitude. And she's written a new book called Where There's Hope, with the message, you're not defined by what happens to you, you are defined by the choices you make after.
That is a brilliant statement, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Certain things shape you, but they don't have to define you. Did you just make a conscious choice? Did you just say to yourself, you know what, that's a chapter, but not my life?
I think it started very early on. My mom, full of good advice.
Yes.
Most moms, I think, probably are.
Yeah.
I mean, she just said, you know, these people, they've taken so much away from you. Don't let them steal another minute. And I really think it was that advice that kind of made that click in my mind that they did change my life. They did change the direction, the course of it. I mean, they changed so much about what direction I was going in and then what happened. And I think I realized that she was right. They have taken so much. And so if I live the rest of my life feeling sorry for myself and holding on to the past, that they won, that they stole more time, and they don't deserve that.
And you consciously chose to forgive them, too. Although I think you said something in the book like, but that doesn't mean I want them to come over for dinner. Yeah. Tell us about that.
Well, I think forgiveness, at least for me growing up, it's like a very sort of playground idea of what forgiveness is. I think you think of forgiveness as being for the other person. I mean, if I push someone down and then go say sorry, me saying sorry is to help them feel better. But I don't think that's actually what forgiveness is. I think forgiveness is probably the greatest form of self-love that you can give, because it's accepting what's happened to you. I'm not saying it has to be okay, but it has happened. And it's moving on with your life. It's not dragging that through every day, every second with you.
Bitter or better thing. You want to be better from the experience, not bitter.
Yeah.
When you wrote your first book, which had to have been so difficult to do, you did sort of one of those, I'm only going to do this once, and that's it. And I get that.
Here you are.
But here you are. And do you have a totally different perspective now? Is that what we're feeling?
Well, I did think it. Well, I first thought I was never going to write a book.
Yeah, sure.
Then I wrote my first one, and I said, that's it, never again. Obviously, now I've done this one, so I've stopped saying I'm not going to do things, because that usually seems to me I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But this one really came from, I go out and I do quite a bit of work with nonprofits and organizations, and I speak to a lot of survivors and victims, and I was getting a lot of the same questions over and over again, and it wasn't the nitty-gritty questions. It was like the bigger questions, like, do you deal with anger? Or how have you forgiven your captors? Or where do you find hope? Like, how have you moved on?
And what are the answers to those?
And so as I started thinking about it, kind of getting into these categories, I thought, well, clearly there's a desire to know more about it. I was like, I don't know that I have all the answers. I mean, I can answer from my perspective, but that's not going to be that broad. That's just me.
So for someone at home, finally who has some pain that they're carrying, and if they're going to take one thing away from the book, what would you hope that thing would be?
I would hope that they wouldn't give up, that they find their hope, that they hold on to it, and they realize that they're not alone. Because, I mean, whoever you are, no matter what social class or neighborhood or what your background is, I mean, we all have a story. None of them are the same, but every single one of us has a story. And so I would hope that they'd realize that and realize they're not alone.
And your faith and your family got you through. It's always so nice to see you, sweetheart.
Elizabeth, thank you so much.
It's a terrific book.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.